Why is it that when we live in a community, we always don't want to look kingly? Because tell me why. When you are in a community, like the kind of community that we come from, the first thing that comes to you when your child is spotted in the kindergarten as having a problem, a developmental challenge, the first thing you want to do is you want to deny it. You want to tie everything to racism and discrimination. I'm not refusing that there is no racism and there is no discrimination, but not everything is racism and discrimination. That is what we have to know. And once you are tying yourself to this corner, but on the other side, you are trying to take this child to all the possible black churches that you have in Germany and also people from your home country to be praying for this child. So at the end of the day, you are actually recognizing as a parent that that child might be having a problem, but you are in denial. That is very bad, because at the end of the day, it's not only you that will suffer, the child suffers more. Expected is not your enemy. If you've been spotted or your child has been spotted in the kindergarten, or the doctor point out to you that there is a developmental challenge that they're trying to see with your child, because if they have to compare that child to most of his age mates, he's lacking, like really lacking behind a lot. So you have to do something. Please don't relent your effort to go to Expected Centrum so that they'll be able to look at the child in more detail and try to see if this child is having a diagnosis. Diagnosis doesn't mean somebody wants to just mark your child. Diagnosis means they're giving you the access to get early therapy, to do early intervention for this child, okay? So for most of you that always are in denial and you're instead running up to churches, please run to your churches, but please also give the child the necessary help, because early intervention is always the key. I'm saying it first-hand information. Expected is not your enemy, okay? And not everything is racism. It's not everything is discrimination. No. And remember that without diagnosis, some certain form of therapies are very difficult to get. You might get something like ego therapy, logopedy, but when it comes to fru fodero, when it comes to autism-specific therapy, when it comes to psychological therapy, most of those therapies, for you to get access to, like for your child to get access to, you'll be needing some diagnosis, because somebody has to pay for these things, okay? So that is why they do diagnosis. They're not just doing it because they want to mark your child. No, that is not the aim. Or because everybody wants to mark every black child to go to Förderschule. In the Förderschule, we don't have only black children that are there. We have children of all nationalities in all the schools. So I just want to encourage you out there as a parent that when you see that your child is having a problem, forget about the things that we say in our community. Maybe because it's a boy child, maybe because the child don't have siblings at home and everything. But the social challenges and the environment where we find ourselves are different, like from back home. And yes, also back home, we have these problems. It's only that sometimes we believe that when people grow, they will outgrow the no. What happens is people tend to mask themselves and try to fit the melt amongst the other people that are living with. It's not because these things actually do go away. They don't really go away. The acute challenges that people face back home always pop up. But the people who are mild, they get melted into the society and they integrate because people don't look kingly. But at the end of the day, you see that people grow and become adults, and these traits will come into play, and people will be wondering, like, why is it that this person is like this? Why is it that this person is like this? But these are things that maybe from the beginning, when the children were still young, it could be therapied. That's just all I'm saying. We find ourselves in a society where therapy methods are a little bit advanced. That is why you're getting a lot of people getting therapies. It's not because these things did not exist back home. No, that is not it. So please, if your child has been spotted in the kindergarten, take your time as a parent that is interested in this child and try to look keenly at home. What is my child suffering from, and how can I help this child? Instead of running to all the churches that you know to pray for this child and then you get more problems later. Just try to take your time. Sometimes as parents, we're even overwhelmed with the love that we have for our children and blinded by the challenges that they might be facing. Even loved ones around you, they will not see, but somebody from afar will easily notice these things.